Most people walking by the bench where Verna's sitting are goggle-eyed staring at their phone screens. Those that do notice her are thinking, "Poor blind lady." Verna is thinking about feeling the line of hair running from her husband's belly button down into his crotch. Then, as she exhales a long cloud of cigarette smoke, Verna thinks about how much she loves to smoke. Loves to. Ever since high school. But there are two problems with smoking and being blind. Catching her hair on fire, and ash and lit cigarettes falling onto her clothes. Verna solved the first with a very short pixie cut these last 20 years, and the second by wearing a raincoat that's now spotted with burns and ash smudges. Plus, when carrying a pistol in a low-slung shoulder holster, the coat keeps it discreet. Just before Verna hears Sammy's loud, jovial goodbye 2 buildings away, the phone in her jeans pocket rattles 3 times. Verna stands, drops her cigarette, steps where she plans it to be, and twists her foot back and forth as she unfolds her white cane. "Hey, Sammy!" "Hey, boss, how's it going?" "Good, good. I'm trying to get up to the 33 on 23rd. Can I catch a ride with you up to the bus stop?" Sure. It's going to be close, though, if you want to catch this next 33. "Yeah, I should have left sooner. I want to get this one so I can connect up with the next 220. Sammy's worked for Verna long enough, and he knows to let her find her own way into the front of the car. Verna settles into the seat, puts her folded cane in her lap, and briefly and lightly presses her left arm against her side. Even with the short, thick suppressor attached, giving the compact Sig Sauer 3 additional inches, the nylon holster is holding the augmented pistol just fine. Verna feels the car accelerate into traffic. "How are the collections going?" "Smooth, boss. Everyone's on time and paid up." Verna nods and does a big smile of yellowed teeth. The phone in her jeans pocket briefly rattles twice, and then twice again. "We near 23rd? Is there a bus at the bus stop?" No bus. I can see a bus coming down 23rd, though. Could be the 33. The car coasts through the intersection with 23rd, and Sammy stops at the curb on Madison, a dozen or so feet from the northbound bus stop. Verna opens the door as she unfolds her white cane. "Thanks, Sammy." Once on the sidewalk, holding the cane in her left hand, Verna uses that elbow to shove the door shut. Sammy waits impatiently for the blind woman to move away from his car so he can be on his way. Verna leans down and says, "You know I don't like animal fights. I said no action on animal fights." The man stammers, "Boss!" Her right hand slides out from inside her raincoat, and using the edge of the mostly rolled down window to guide her hand low into the car, Verna points the pistol in the direction of the man's frantic movements to shift the car back into drive. Verna pulls the trigger rapidly 3 times. Thup, thup, thup. She drops the semi-automatic into the car, then pulls the phone out of a jeans pocket. She again reaches into the car and rubs her thumb from the lower left to the upper right of the phone's screen. This time the phone makes one long brrrp, and then it is silent and armed. Verna drops the phone inside and hears it clunk against the pistol on the car seat. Verna turns and walks, tap, 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 away from the idling car. This is the time for sweating. Are there working eyes on her? She knows the sighted watch the blind, so it's good cover to ask for a little help she doesn't really need to find the entrance to the 33 that has just pulled up. She's sweating, but her hand does not tremble as she finds the fare box and swipes a 10-ride vending machine card. The bus is halfway down the block before people on board start loudly talking about the car on fire back at Madison, how hot and fast it burns.